All right, so now that we understand the concepts of that basic outside 2-on-1, what I'm going to do is just show you guys my favorite setup from here. There's a lot of different techniques you can do with the 2-on-1, but again, in this fundamentals DVD, I want you guys to have the basics down first before you guys move on to a little bit more advanced stuff. But you have to understand what a 2-on-1 is and just kind of understand the basic concepts of it. So my favorite takedown from that outside 2-on-1 is a series of takedowns, I should say, is using the lunge step that we just learned and going from there into our double leg, our high crotch, our single leg finish from the double leg lunge step, but I'm going to do it with a setup from a 2-on-1. So what I do, another important thing about getting this 2-on-1 is first contact, right? So if we're in here battling, it's going to be hard, but whistle blows and I can get first contact, get my 2-on-1 right away. What I notice a lot for my 2-on-1 is, A, if they don't react at all, I have a lot of little easy options, right? Come to his leg, go behind him. He knows that. As a good opponent, he's not going to want to be there. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll try to create space by pushing on your head. So when he goes to push on my head, it opens me up perfectly for my lunge step. So I want to make sure I keep control of his arm, even if he's pushing on my head. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop his elbow and change my direction. So, or my level, sorry. Just into that lunge step, right? Basic lunge step. So you can see here, I didn't really exaggerate stepping far enough, which is okay, but because I have him controlled, but I wanted to even exaggerate more on my lunge step. So as I pop his arm, now look at, I stepped a little bit farther. I'm keeping his arm if I can. He's bent over me. All I'm going to do is a couple of my finishes, okay? First finish here is just once I beat this arm, keep my head in, and I'm just going to come up and go behind like the duck under. I'm behind it. Very, very simple, very effective. So do the duck under one more time. I'm creating the opening on that side. And if you keep control of that arm, like he wants to fall over you, which is really good for you. Second move from this 2-on-1 is I'm going to turn it into my double leg. So I pop. Now my hand that's controlling his arm, same thing like we did earlier with the lunge step. I'm just dropping it to his knee, taking this one, and driving my L penetration step and finish. Okay. Like boom. Taking my L penetration step down. Finish double leg. Okay. Another option is he pushes on my head, lunge step. Now, earlier with the high crotch, I switched to a single leg, but here, I'm just going to take my outside arm and I'm going to rotate as I pivot to the inside of his leg, pick him up, look at where we are in that same position to do the corkscrew finish. Let me show that one again because that one's a really effective, easy one where you don't have to use a lot of explosiveness. 2-on-1, pushes on my head, lunge step, right? This hand back here, now instead of doing it from a high crotch earlier, I'm going to just rotate my head inside, lift this leg, pinch here, and then I'm going to go to that corkscrew finish, which we've already learned in our last segment of the DVD. All right, guys. Give that a try. It's one of my favorite takedowns from the 2-on-1.